Welcome back, future doctors. Today we are diving in some challenging MDCAT MCQs to sharpen your knowledge. Let's get started. So the first MCQ is sequence of amino acid is important in A. Primary structure, B. Tertiary structure, C. Secondary structure, and D. Quaternary structure. So the correct option is A. Primary structure. The next MCQ is which of the following holds the alpha helix of protein in its place? A. Hydrogen bond, B. R group, C. Amino group, and D. Disulfide bond. So the correct option is A. Hydrogen bond. The next MCQ is the number and sequence of amino acid along a polypeptide chain is called structure of a protein. A. Secondary, B. Primary, C. Quaternary, and D. Tertiary. So the correct option is B. Primary. The next MCQ is most protein are made up of A. 16 types of amino acid, B. 170 types of amino acids, C. 10 types of amino acids, and D. 20 types of amino acids. So the correct option is D. 20 types of amino acid. The next MCQ is the structure of a fibrous protein comprises a polypeptide chain in the form of A. Cluster, B. Spherical or curved up ball, C. Plate uncoiled chains, and D. Long strand on are fibrils. So the correct option is D. Long strand are fibrils. The next MCQ is N-glycine R is A. Fatty acid, B. Hydrogen, C. Ethane, and D. Methane. So the correct option is B. Hydrogen. The next MCQ is the number and sequence of amino acid in a polypeptide chain is known as its dash. A. Primary structure, B. Tertiary structure, C. Secondary structure, and D. Quaternary structure. So the correct option is A. Primary structure. The next MCQ is which type of bond is required to maintain to alpha helix configuration of a protein? A. Hydrophobic interaction, B. Disulfide bond, C. Hydrogen bond, and D. Ionic bond. So the correct option is C. Hydrogen bonds. The next MCQ is the structure given below in the constituent part of A. Lipids, B. Carbohydrates, C. Vitamins, and D. Proteins. So the correct option is D. Proteins. The next MCQ is which of the following is a protease? A. Deaminase, B. Renine, C. Oxidase, and D. Catalase. So the correct option is B. The next MCQ is it is an amino acid and also a part of phospholipids. A. Serine, B. Ethanolamine, C. Choline, and D. Aspartic acid. So the correct option is A. The next MCQ is myelin sheet of neuron is composed of A. Sphingolipids, B. Ethanolamine, B. Choline, and D. Waxes. So the correct option is A. Sphingolipids. The next MCQ is how many double bonds are present in R group of oleic acid? A. 4, B. 2, C. 6, and D. 1. So the correct option is D. 1. The next MCQ is which of the following cannot form a biopolymer? A. Amino acid, B. Nucleotide, C. Fatty acids, and D. Monosaccharides. So the correct option is C. Fatty acid. The next MCQ is if in lipids there is a higher proportion of unsaturated fatty acid, then it will be A. Oils, B. Phenols, C. Waxes, and D. Fats. So the correct option is B. A. Oils. The next MCQ is which of the following is an unsaturated fatty acid? A. Butyric acid, B. Oleic acid, C. Stearic acid, and D. Palmitic acid. So the correct option is B. Oleic acid. The next MCQ is Sarah is a chemistry student who is carrying out an experiment between an alcohol and acetic acid in the laboratory. The product formed at the end of the experiment will be A. Glucose and oxygen, B. An ester and water molecule C. Glycogen and water molecule D. Glycerol and sulfuric acid. So the correct option is B. An ester and water molecule. The next MCQ is lipids contain double amount of energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrates due to the presence of a lower proportion of CH bond, B, higher proportion of CO bond, C, higher proportion of CH bond, and D, higher proportion of oxygen. So the correct option is C, higher proportion of CH bond. The next MCQ is lipids are organic molecule which are insoluble in A, alcohol, B, ether, C, coliform, and D, water. So the correct option is D, water. The next MCQ is what type of linkage is formed when an alcohol and an acid react? A, hydrogen bond, B, peptide bond, C, glycosidic linkage, and D, ester bond. So the correct option is D, ester bond. The next MCQ is lipids store double amount of energy as compared to carbohydrate because of A, high proportion of oxygen, B, lower proportion of carbon, C, high CO ratio, and D, high proportion of CH. So the correct option is D. The next MCQ is the head of phospholipid molecule is polar hydrophilic due to A, fatty acid, B, phosphate, C, carboxylic acid, and D, triglyceride glycerol. So the correct option is B, phosphate. The next MCQ is the head. Which of the following are the most prominent part of cell membrane and living organisms? A, terpenoids, B, waxes, C, phospholipids, and D, aglycerol. So the correct option is C, phospholipids. The next MCQ is an organic compound that belongs to lipids. A, C18, H32, O16, B, C57, H110, and O6, C, C300, H500, and O250, and D, C42, H85, O23, and 17S. So the correct option is B. The next MCQ is it is a precursor of bile acid. A, waxes, B, phospholipids, C, steroids, and D, aglycerol. So the correct option is C, steroids. The next MCQ is lipase can hydrolyze them. A, triglycerides, B, terpenoids, C, waxes, and D, all of these. So the correct option is A, triglycerides. Thanks for joining me. I hope these and MDCAT MCQs help you sharpen your knowledge. Keep studying and stay tuned.